Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a makeup tutorial and I'll be showing you guys how I did this mauve, is that how you say it? Mauve look. I know that everybody says it differently, but I'm going to be showing you guys how I did this makeup look. I really like it. Like, I never thought I would wear this type of color on myself. I like how the eyes match the lips, and if you want to see how I did it, then just keep on watching. First up, I am priming my face with the Face of Australia Face Base Primer, and then afterwards I'm just going to take the Maybelline Baby Skin Pore Eraser and apply that on the area where I feel my pores are most visible, which is definitely my nose. Moving on to foundation, I'm using the NARS Sheerglow foundation. I totally forgot about this one and I forgot how much I actually really liked it. So to apply it, I'm using the Sigma F80 Flat Top Kabuki brush, and this brush and foundation, they work together like a dream. Once that foundation is all done, it's time to move on to concealing. So I'm taking the MAC Prep and Prime highlighter pen. This one is in the shade Bright Forecast and it has a peachy undertone, so it's really going to help with color correcting those dark under eye circles that I have. So I've just applied that to the areas I really want to brighten, and then I am using my Models Prefer Airbrush Concealer Brush to blend that in. Once I'm happy with that, then I go in with the MAC Prolongwear Concealer. This one is in the shade NC20, super light because I want it to be super bright on my face. So I've put that underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, above my brows, and a little bit on my chin. And then I'm going to take that same airbrush concealer brush to blend it in using circular motions. Now that my concealer is done, it is time to set it straight away. So I'm using the Mercier Translucent Setting Powder with the Sigma F35 Tapered Highlighter Brush. I know this is a highlighter brush, but it is really good for getting into that area underneath your eyes to set your concealer with powder. I just really love the bristles and what it does for that, so that's what I use it for. So as you can see, I set all those areas that I applied the concealer, and then I'm just going in with a big fluffy powder brush with a little bit of that setting powder once again to set the foundation. Next up, I'm just brushing through my brows with a spoolie because I am going to fill them in using the Chi Chi Brow Pomade. This one is in the shade Medium Brown, and I cannot tell you guys enough how much I've been obsessed with this product. I bought it quite a while ago and I was too scared to use it because you have to be very light-handed with pomades for your brows, but this stuff is hands down the best product I've ever used in my brows. I'm obsessed with it. So once I fill them in, I'm then of course going to set them with the Loreal Brow Artist Plumper. I'm sure most of you know how much love I have for this product. Straight onto the eyes now. The palette that I'm using today is the Morphe 35P palette, and I'm taking that brown shade and the Sigma E40 Tapered blending brush and running that through my crease to act as my initial transition crease color. I'm then taking the same brush with that light purple mauve shade from the palette, and I'm going to apply that pretty much in the same area but a little more concentrated. So I really want this to blend into that initial transition shade so that it fades really nicely, so I'm pretty much doing the exact same motion. Then for my all over lid shade, I am taking that darker mauve color, purple mauve color, and applying it all over my lid up to the crease. For the outer outer corner of my eyes, I'm taking that dark mauve shade from the palette, and I'm using the Sigma E70 medium angled shading brush to apply this to that area. I was going to use a brown shade, but I didn't want the look to turn out to be so dark and smoky, so I feel like this blended into it and tied into the other colors that I applied really well. Once I'm happy with the placement of all of the shadows, I then like to go back in with that blending brush and blend at the edges just so it's all nice and smooth. And then for my lower lash line, I'm taking that same light purple mauve shade again, and I'm using the Sigma E30 pencil brush to apply that to my lower lash line. And then underneath that shade, I go in with that brown transition shade that I initially applied to my crease, and I run that, as I said, directly underneath that mauve purple shade that I applied, because I feel like it gives a really nice transition, so it looks nice and faded and smoky, and I just like the effect that it gives. As for the inner corner of my eyes, I'm just using my pinky with the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal, and I'm applying that to that area so it's all nice and bright. And then I'm going to give myself winged liner, so I'm using the Maybelline Hyper Sharp Liquid Liner Pen. I think that's what it's called, Hyper Sharp Wing Liquid Liner Pen, yeah. So I'm just going to apply a winged liner. For my mascara, I am going with the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. I spoke about this in my previous favorites video. I've been obsessed with it. So I'm just using this to apply, obviously, to my lashes. I like to apply mascara to my bottom lashes first and then my top lashes. Then I'm going to, of course, apply some false lashes. These are the Queen Bee lashes by Koko lashes. I'm obsessed with these. I was so scared of these the first time I applied them, but I love how they look. Now that everything on the eyes are done, it's time to move back onto the face. So as always, I'm taking my MAC Give Me Sun bronzer and applying that all over my face. I've been obsessed with really intensely bronzing my face lately, so I run that on my cheeks, along my hairline, my jawline, just everywhere pretty much. And as for contour, I'm going to take that middle brown shade on the bottom row of the Models Prefer Ultimate Highlighting and Contouring Palette, and I'm using the Sigma F05 small contour brush to contour my face. So of course I have to contour my cheekbones, my jawline, and then I pretty much just use the same brush to contour my nose with. I just pinch it and it's just really quick and easy for me. As for my blush, I am using the Sigma Powder Blush in Mellow and the NARS Blush in Sin, and I'm using a Sigma contour brush to apply that to my face. To highlight, of course, I'm using the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal, just packing that on because we all know that I love to make it really stand out. And last but not least, for lips, I'm using the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Trap. This is like the perfect match for the eyes. I was so surprised at how spot on the color match was. I just feel like it goes with the look really well. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. That is the end end of the tutorial, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, so that you can stay updated with all of my videos. All products that I used in this video will be listed in the description box, as well as all of my social media links. And with that being said, I hope you guys are having an awesome week, and I will see you all in my next video. Take care.